This is 49 question of crack NTSC. A की power x plus y का whole square. What I have done, we can do it directly. How many x are there in the numerator terms? 2x. Here also 2x, 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 4x. Y 2y, 2y, and z 2y. X plus y whole square, 2x plus 2y. The power is multiplied. X plus y, a की power x plus y, a power x plus y का whole square equals to a की power 2x plus 2y. From here a की power 2y plus 2z. From here a की power 2z plus 2x. When you calculate it, then 2x or 2x 4x in the numerator, it will comes that a की power 4x plus 4y plus 4z upon a की power 4x plus 4y plus 4z equals to 1. Another method, you can just write the value of x plus y, y plus z, and z plus x. You write the value, you assume the value of x, y, z. X equals to, you take x equals to 1, y equals to 2, and z equals to 3. In this way, you can also do this question. X plus y means a की power 3 into 3 और की whole power 2, यानी a, what does it mean? A की power 6 into y plus z 5, a की power 5 into 2, a की power 10 plus into a की power z plus x. The value of z is, we assume the value of z is 3 and x is 1, 4 or the power square is 4 square, 4 2s are 8. Clear? Similarly, in the denominator, what we can do, 4x 4 into 4y 8 into 4z 12. 4z is 12. Clear? When you calculate 8, 10, 16 or 8, a की power 24. Here also, in the denominator also a की power 24, you can cancel out. The whole power is 1. The solution is 1. A की power 24 divided by a की power 24 equals to 1. You can write values also. You can assume values also. This is the short trick. You can just write, assume the values and write and solve in this way. Question number 50. Now you are watching the greatest among. We have to find out the value of root 11 minus root 9, root 5 minus root 3, root 7 minus root 5, and root 13 minus root 11. We have to find out which value is the greater one. Clear? So first option and second and third and fourth option are given. First of all, you should know the values. Root 2 equals to 1.414, root 3 equals to 1.732, root 5 equals to 2.236, root 6 equals to 2.45, root 7 equals to 2.645, root 8 equals to 2.82, root 10 equals to 3.162. Clear? Now you know the values. From here you can observe that when you are increasing the value inside the root, the value is also increasing. 3, 1, 1, 5, 2.2366, 6, 2.45. It keep on increasing when you are increasing the values under this root. Clear? Then now you have to decide which one is the greater one. Let us start from root 11 minus root 9. Root 11 minus root 9, if we multiply it with, it will be conjugate root 11 plus root 9 divided by root 11 plus root 9. Clear? The value is 2 upon root 11 plus root 9. 2 upon root 11 plus root 9. Clear? Similarly, the value of root 5 minus root 3, root 5 minus root 3, you can directly write the value of 2 upon root 5 plus root 3. Clear? Similarly, root 7 minus root 5, the value you can write directly root 2 upon root 7 plus root 5. What you are doing, you multiply it by root 7 plus root 5 in the upper part and then again in the numerator and denominator. When you are in the similar way, in this way, you multiply this with this. Similarly, you can do this also. Last I can tell you again, root 13 minus root 11, what you are doing, root 13 plus root 11 upon root 13 plus root 11. Clear? Clear? Root 13 plus root 11. Now, what is happening? 2 is in the numerator. In the fourth fraction, you can see that 2 is in the numerator. Root 11 minus root 9, you can write it directly 2 upon root 11 plus root 9. Root 5 minus root 3, you can write it directly 2 upon root 5 plus root 3. Root 7 minus root 5, you can write it directly 2 upon root 7 plus root 5. and the last one is root 13 minus root 11. You can write it directly 2 upon root 13 plus root 11. Clear? Now, when you know it very well, you just go to a concept where if the numerator is same, the denominator is a bigger one, the value is lesser. What I'm saying, I'm repeating it again. If the numerator is same and the denominator is the bigger one, the value is the least. And if the numerator is same and denominator is the smallest, the value is the bigger one. In this is the smallest value. Root 5 plus root 5 3 is the smallest value. So 2 upon root 5 plus root 3 is the biggest one. Clear? Root 5 plus root 3 is the least value. So this is the highest value. So therefore root 5 minus root 3 is having the highest value. Again, I am repeating this question again directly. Now orally we are doing this. Root 11 minus root 9, you can write it directly. 2 upon root 11 plus root 9. Root 5 minus root 3, you can write it directly 2 upon root 5 plus root 3. Root 7 minus root 5, you can write it directly 2 upon root 7 plus root 5. Root 13 minus root 11, you can write it directly 2 upon root 13 plus root 11. Now go to the concept. The numerator is same. If the numerator is same and the denominator is the bigger one, the value is least. Clear? If you are dividing 2 by 100, the value is least. If you are dividing 2 by 50 is the greater value. Because if the denominator is lesser, the fraction or I can say that the fractional value is inversely proportional to is denominator. If the denominator is the bigger one, the fractional value is the least. If the denominator is the least one, the fractional value is the bigger one. Clear? Now in this we can see we have to find the greatest amount. The least value, the biggest value will be when the denominator is the least, and the denominator is the least in 2 upon root 5 plus root 3. 2 upon root 5 plus root 3. Therefore, root 5 minus root 3 will be having the greatest value. Clear? Now we proceed to the question number 50. 51 question. If k equals to 4 and this sign you are seeing, most of the students are seeing for the very first time, this is a summation sign, and k equals to 4 summation up to 143, 1 upon root k plus 1 upon root k plus 1 equals to a minus root b, then a and b are respectively r. Clear? The value of, we have to find the value of a and b. Therefore what we have to do first, just write the value of 1 upon root k. K equals to 4 plus 1 upon k plus 1 is 5. Clear? Similar in the way when you are putting value of k up to 4, 5, 6, up to you have to write the value of k up to 143. This is 1 upon root 5 plus 1 upon root 6. Similarly, last value is 1 upon root 144 plus 1 upon root 1 plus 144, 1 upon 43. Then the k plus 1 will be 144. Now we have to solve this question. The whole value is a minus root b. What will be happening? This all term will be eliminated and only 2 terms will be left, and root terms and a, the value of a and b we can find out then only. And the left hand side, till now you can understand what I have done. I have put the value k equals to 4 and k plus 1 equals to root 5, 1 upon root 4 plus root 5 plus 1 upon root 5 plus root 6, plus it keeps on going till last 1 upon root 143 plus 144. First of all, just I want to tell you, you make clear in your mind one thing, the root should not be there in the denominator. For that you have to rationalize it. For rationalizing, you have to multiply it by its conjugate. What is its conjugate? If root 5 plus root 4 plus root 5 is there, then it's conjugate. Then I am telling you how to rationalize it. Root 4 plus root 5 into root 4 plus root 4 minus root 5 upon root 4 minus root 5. Root 4 minus root 5, 4 minus 5. Root 5 minus root 4. Root 5 minus root 4. Clear? Then the value is 1 upon root 5 minus root 4. Root 4 is 2. Clear? Then you can write it directly, root 5 minus root 4 plus root 6 minus root 5 plus root 7 minus root 6. It keeps on going in the last. You will write root 144 minus root 143. Clear? What is happening? The last term is even term. Here this is even term. Clear? This is even term. When this is even term, you can take the example of a even term only. Here also you can see that root 6, the highest term will be even. Highest term will be even. This is 144. Here highest term is root 8 minus root 7. Clear? We try to solve it because here is 144. This is an even term. Similarly, we take an example, we break this and this example is this. Here is also an even term. We considered the example of this because in the last this is coming that 144 is an even term. Similarly, I take that root 8 is even term. What is happening over here? You can see this root 5 will be cancelled out by this root 5 and this root 6 will be cancelled out by this root 6 and this root 7 is cancelled out by this root 7. What is happening? Now you can judge only two terms are left. One is the second term and the one is the second last term. We comes on a conclusion that second term will be left and the second last term is 144. Root 144 is 12 and minus root 4 is 10. 12 minus 10 equals to 12 minus 2. 12 minus 2 equals to 4. 12 minus 2 equals to 10. Again, what I have done, this is summation sign. I put the value of k is 4 and k plus 1 is 5 and keeps going on till k is 143. Then k plus 1 is 144. The last term is even term. This is 144 inside root. So I took an example when the last term is root 8 minus root 7. This all I have written by rationalizing these terms. 1 upon root plus 5, 4 plus root 5 equals to root 5 minus root 4. 1 upon root 5 plus root 6 equals to root 6 minus root 5. 1 upon root keeps on going in this way, and by judging this we keep to know, we know that by observation we see that the last term, when even term is there, the even term here is 144 and I took an even term here 8 and I just see that the second term is there left and the last term is left. Similarly, I have done this question. I leave this first second term and the second last term. Second last term is 144. 144 root is 12 and root 4 is 2. 12 minus 2 equals to 10. 10 equals to a minus root b. What does it mean? A equals to 10 and b equals to 10 and b equals to 0. This is the question, solution of this question. Very good question. Clear?